have seen the last session in which we have completed cell membrane and cell wall. Okay, so the next two topics which we are going to deal in this session is nucleus. One is nucleus, the other is cytoplasm. So first let us see about the nucleus. So as you know, nucleus is the central part of the cell, which is very circular in shape, and it is very dense particle that is present at the center of the cell. Okay, so the nucleus is the it acts as the cell control unit. That means it controls all the activities of the cell. Okay, and also so nucleus is more responsible for inheriting characters. That means getting characters from parents. Okay, if a young one is born, so the young one's color is from father or from mother, or the hair texture or hair color is from father or mother. Okay, so these characters are inherited with through, like, it is the nucleus is main responsible for inheriting the characters. So talking about the history, so you already know Robert Brown discovered nucleus for the first time. So you have already observed the onion cells, okay, in which the central part is very thick or it is a dense particle. So you call that as a nucleus. So to see more clearly, or to look the more clearly of the structure of the nucleus or where it is present, the lab activity is given in your book, doing the cheek cells. Okay, the experiment about the cheek cells, in which you will study the nucleus. Okay, so that activity I will explain now. Then you can clearly see how cheek cells appear and how nucleus appears through microscope. Okay, to start the activity, these are the materials that we required. You know, glass slide in which we have to place the cells. This is spatula. Like in the place of spatula, you can use toothpick also to take out the cheek cells. This is the cover slip. This is blotting paper. That means it will take excess of the liquid that is present. This is normal saline. And this is the color or the dye through which we can easily visualize or we can easily see the nucleus. This is glycerin. This is to keep the cells more lively. Okay, this is needle to place the cover slip on the glass slide. So, and microscope to view. So first you have to take a drop of water or the normal saline. You have to keep it in a watch glass, a drop of water. Then scrape these cheek cells with the help of spatula, or you can use toothpick also to do this. So after this we have to mix the cheek cells that we have taken in the saline, normal saline. After that we have to keep 1 drop of the water mixed with cheek cells on the glass slide. After that you need to add the dye. So you already know dye, why we use dye, to see more clearly, to observe more clearly. So after this, if you put the blotting paper, it will take excess of the dye that is present. Then with the help of needle we have to cover the this specimen with the cover slip. So needle we will use to avoid the glass bubbles. So after this, if we observe under the microscope, so the cheek cells will appear in this way. So these are cheek cells in which you can see the nucleus that are present at the center. Okay, so this is cell membrane, this is the cytoplasm, and this is the nucleus. So this is about the activity given in your book. So to observe the nucleus. Observe the nucleus under the microscope of the cheek cells. So here this is the structure of the nucleus. So nucleus, imagine a nucleus as a cell. As cell has cell membrane, same way nucleus will have nuclear membrane. It acts as the protecting layer around the nucleus. Okay. So this is nuclear membrane. It is the outer covering of the nucleus, and it will have some pores. That means small holes. You call them as pores. So those are called nuclear pores. And like cell has nucleus inside it, same way nucleus has one more structure which is dense structure. It is called nucleolus. And cell has cytoplasm in it. Cytoplasm is a fluid that is present in the cell. Same way nucleus also has nucleoplasm in it. Okay, and the important material is genetic material, which is present as the threads. Okay, so if you coil thread, how it looks, the same way genetic material is present inside the nucleus in the nucleoplasm. Okay, so this genetic material is nothing but DNA. So this DNA is responsible for inheriting characters like as I told you, if your skin color is your father's or mother's, that character you are inheriting or you are getting through the nucleus. Okay, so this genetic material, the important genetic material in human beings is DNA. So there is RNA also present as a genetic material, but in some bacteria or in some virus it is present. But in humans and animals and plants, DNA is only present. So the full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. So this DNA is responsible for inheriting characters. So this DNA from father and mother, the young ones get, and that character is displayed or it is exhibited in the younger ones. So this is about the nucleus, and main function is it controls the activity of the cell, and also it is responsible for inheriting or getting the characters from the parents. Okay, so this is about the nucleus. So this is about the nucleus. So if like all the organisms are mainly divided into two different types. One is eukaryotic and other is prokaryotic. So this division is based on the presence or the absence of the nucleus. If the nucleus is present in one particular cell, they are called eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic means the cells which don't have nucleus or which don't contain the nucleus as a structure. So they are called prokaryotic. U means true. True karyot means nucleus. So they have true nucleus present in the cell, and the nucleus is surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and genetic material is within the nucleus. Okay, so they are called eukaryotic cells. For example, animal cells and plant cells. But only cells that don't have nucleus is RBCs, that is red blood cells of human beings, and also phloem. Phloem are the tissue. Phloem is the tissue that is present in the plants. So that those cells also don't contain the nucleus, but rest all the plant cells and the animal cells are eukaryotic cells. But when you talk about prokaryotic, pro means false, karyot means nucleus. So the cell which don't contain nucleus, where the genetic material or the DNA is not enclosed or not covered by the nuclear membrane, they are called prokaryotic cells. Okay, so for example, some bacteria or some algae, blue-green algae. So those are called prokaryotic cells, which don't have nucleus or the DNA or the genetic material is not in the nuclear membrane, but it will be distributed in the cytoplasm. So those that is about the eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells and the nucleus. So the next topic is cytoplasm. You already know cytoplasm is the jelly-like fluid that is present in the inside the cell, okay, and it is covered by the cell membrane. So cytoplasm is also called protoplasm. Okay, initially they called cytoplasm as protoplasm. So after some research has done, the scientists then they called cytoplasm. So cyto means cell. Cyto is cell. Plasm means water or fluid. So the fluid or the water that is present in the cell is called cytoplasm. So in cytoplasm, all the organelles are present or they float in the cytoplasm, and also it balances the water in the cell. So cytoplasm is responsible for water balance in the cell. If there is more water in the cell, with the help of cell membrane it sends out, and if it needs, so cytoplasm will take the water with the help of cell membrane. So cytoplasm mainly helps in regulating the water balance in the cell, and it contains all the cell organelles in cytoplasm only the cell organelles will be floating, like mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum. So those are all present in the cytoplasm. So cyto means cell, plasm means water, and it was previously called as protoplasm, but now it is called cytoplasm. So for today's session, so these two topics, nucleus and cytoplasm, is done. So from next session we will discuss about the cell organelles in detail.